Hey, Soul family. Welcome to Soulspire. I am so happy that you're here with me today, and I hope that you are feeling your best in this very moment, that you're feeling motivated, and that everything is going pretty good for you right now. And if you were called here, then there is definitely a message here for you. So let's begin. All right. So I'm liking this energy. So, right now, you're currently in a place in your life where things are slowing down a bit for you, which I think it's good because there has been a lot of changes, a lot of things occurring pretty abruptly, suddenly, and it's like you're getting some time to kind of regroup, refocus, reevaluate your circumstances, and kind of figure out your direction. So, you're definitely needing to utilize this time, as things settle down, as you find yourself getting in your groove and kind of getting the sense of being acclimated maybe with whatever it is that you're doing. Compared to previously, maybe where you were learning new things, this is where you're kind of putting those skills in action, and it's allowing you to be more where you're not having to focus so much on what it is that you're doing, where you're kind of kicking in the autopilot aspect of things, where you're like getting into routine. That's what I keep feeling, that maybe before things were changing, lots of new things were occurring within your life, but now it's becoming a little bit more monotonous, and you're doing this daily, and it's feeling as though it's not so new, and you're getting in this routine, which is allowing you to have more time, more energy, towards other things, because you can kind of anticipate, how things are going to follow or how things are going to occur within your life on a day-to-day basis. And it's really important in this time of your life to remain grounded, to stay focused on what it is that you are pursuing and your ultimate goals that you're, working towards, because you do have the tendency to kind of look backwards at times, and Spirit really wants you to focus on your movement going forward and how you're doing today. And it's very important not to stress yourself on maybe some of the choices and decisions that you do make, and just be firm in those decisions and be grounded, knowing that you did your best at that moment with the knowledge that you had, and don't be so hard on yourself. So try to focus more on what it is that you're trying to obtain each day versus, what I did wrong, what I didn't do. Try to look at the good in everything that it is that you're doing, because sometimes you have the tendency to, look back and reassess your actions, your choices, and being hard on yourself. And you've put in so much work to being a better version of yourself, and things are settling down somewhat because life is in cycles and it's full of ups and downs. And I think you've been in a period where things were kind of shaky and, you were down on the seesaw, but it's time for you to go back up. And it's not going to happen, really fast. There is this slowed energy. So if you're feeling stagnant or if you're feeling like things aren't moving the way that you would like, just know that you are making movements towards your goals, and just try not to be so hard on yourself. Remain grounded, do breathing exercises, whatever it is that keeps you centered, at your core, because you are definitely leveling up to be a higher version of yourself, to be a leader. You're here to assist others and guide others through a lot of the challenges and things that you have went through within your life. This is what sets you apart from others. This is what makes you such a powerful and like sovereignty presence that you currently hold within your life. And it's because you've worked so hard on yourself through all of the obstacles, through all of the things that have come along your way that have blocked you, that have tried to stop you, but ultimately they weren't able to. They just allowed you to see your strength and know how strong you are as an individual. And you're seeing yourself in a new perspective. You're feeling more powerful. You're feeling more authoritative in your life. You're feeling that you have something to offer. And I think in times in the past you have questioned this about yourself, but you're finally stepping into the light and stepping into a role of leadership. People are looking up to you. I don't know how this relates to you individually, but you have people that really look up to you and feel your powerful presence, and actually you revitalize people. Your energy is magnetic, and it's on a spiritual level, and people are able to like refill their battery to become recharged. Like, you have this way of being so encouraging to others and just assisting people with their problems, and it's because you've been there and you've done that and you've worked on yourself, and now you're in a role or a chapter in your life where you are this sovereign individual that holds your own, and it's put you in a place to be very respected and to be a leader, as I already mentioned. And Spirit really wants you to focus on your loved ones, on the people around you that really support you, that share the reciprocity that you also give back, and just having more enjoyment in your life, having more happiness, having more freedom, having more spontaneity, enjoying the small things in life, having a good meal, being healthier, just taking time back to smell the fresh air that you have access to, and just enjoy yourself and laugh with the people that you love and care about. So it's really important that you are doing these things, because sometimes we tend to focus on how we're needing to get here or do this or accomplish this goal, but at the end of the day, it's all about you and enjoying this experience, and not just everything that you achieve. And you just really need to absorb the goodness around you from those that you love, that care and support you. So you have this group, this small group that really has the same kind of heart as you, that really love you and care about you, that you really can be your true self, and you're needing to spend more time with these people so you can recharge. A lot of people utilize you as a source of supply, energetically, and not in a negative way, but that's just who you are and the role that you have taken on in this life. So it is important for yourself to also recoup, recover, and you do this by having fun, enjoying yourself, and being with your loved ones that make you feel good, that give back to you. So please make sure that you're having more fun, being a little bit more careless and doing things that are aligned with your heart that make you feel good. And you are going to be getting some recognition. I don't know if this is going to be internally or externally, but you are going to be having some validation for what you have accomplished. As I mentioned previously, you've did so much in your past. You've overcome so much, so many obstacles, barriers, blockages, you name it. And it has caused you, to change. It has altered you as a person. It has, gave you some bumps, some bruises, some war wounds rather, but through it all, you don't let any of that stop you or detour you or make you feel less than. You're finally living in a space where you're really appreciating who you are, this avatar that you were given for this life. You're taking care of your body, you're nourishing yourself, you're attuned with the Most High, you're attuned with your soul, and it just feels good. And you should be celebrating and really, appreciative. If you're not, you're gonna be, because you're gonna be coming to the realization that, you should be glamorizing your life, because your life is beautiful and you are beautiful and you give so much to the world, and the world is going to give so much back in return to you. So don't stress, don't worry, don't focus on, what you're not doing. Focus on what it is that you're doing in this moment, and how, you need to take whatever steps towards getting to whatever it is that you're trying to attain within this life, okay? So glamorize your life and be proud of yourself and feel good about your accomplishments, and stop, looking backwards. If anything about this message is to, take some time out for yourself while things are becoming a little bit more slowed down, and just try not to be so hard on yourself and ruminating over things that, aren't going the way that you perceive that they should be. Instead, focus on what is going right, what has been, working out in your favor, and just focus on the positive aspects of your life. And I think that you are going to have some changes and some choices that you will have to make. Subconsciously, I think you are already kind of processing this, but this will be coming to fruition as far as your 3D life, and as far as, what it is that you'll have to do next. So I think you will be faced with some decisions as far as your journey, next steps, what things are you trying to work on, what things are you trying to accomplish. And I think you will also be letting go of some things that are no longer serving you, also, that no longer fill your cup, that no longer have you emotionally fulfilled. So you will be making some changes and some choices. And as I stated, subconsciously, you're already doing this, you're already working on this, and you will be prepared, and you will make the best decisions for yourself in the moment when it is time. And also, don't think too hard about this. Don't think too long about this. Allow things to flow naturally, because you literally cannot make a bad decision. Things are working out for you, and things are going well, and you do have a lot of emotional fulfillment within your life. So whatever direction you choose to go, or whatever it is that you choose to focus your energy on, it will be rewarding for you. So just keep that in mind. And let's see what else we have for you. So you have Mother of the Salt Waters, passion, wild love, open your heart, let love in. So yeah, you're needing to embrace more self-love, more love for others, being more spontaneous, allowing the changes to naturally flow within your life, and maybe love is coming in for you. Maybe this is the love from the people that fill your cup, that reciprocate back what you give out to the world. So just being more open to enjoyment and to having more fun, having more flow within your life, and opening up your heart, not being hardened by your circumstances, which I don't think that is something that you're doing, but just keep that in mind. Then you have metamorphosis, embrace transformation. Things are now different. Things are definitely different. As I was saying, there has been a lot of changes for you. There has been a lot of movement for you. So this is a new cycle. This is a new chapter, and embrace this newness. Stop looking back. Don't think that things are going to be how they have been in the past, because this is not a cycle. This is not something that you continuously have been going through. This is a new chapter, a new way of living, a new existence for you. You have metamorphosed into a new version of yourself. So this version that you are presenting to the world right now, this is a leveled up version of yourself. And so don't look back. Don't think that things are going to be how they have been in the past, because they are definitely not. Things are going forward. Things are moving to higher timelines for you, to more positivity, to more flow, to more happiness, to higher levels of thinking and observation and living, ultimately. And then you have birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? So there's something that you are working on here, and maybe this is in regards to the choices that you will have to make. So something you are birthing in this life, I think that it's something that you have been wanting for a long time, something that you have been focused on for a long time, and it's going to be coming into fruition. So maybe you're needing to focus or make a choice as far as the decision and direction that you're going to go in regards to having this come to life in this life. It could also be, actual childbirth. It could be a new career, a new love, a new life that you already, have been working on. However this relates to you in your life, newness is the feeling. Everything is new, and, just new energy coming in for you. So focus on moving forward, the things that connect with you internally, and allowing your internal compass to guide you, to make these new things come to fruition. And then you have the wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels. So a lot of the good that you put out into the world is coming back to you. And there's been times, where you've been feeling left out or in the dark. And as I mentioned before, you're in a new chapter of your life, and things are no longer how they were. This is a new version of you. It could be, like I said, a new version that you have birthed. And so expect the unexpected. Know that things can change and go in a different direction that you can even conceive, because you haven't been there. You're so used to things being one kind of way. But this is all about glamorizing your life, being appreciative, and expecting nothing but receiving everything, just all the gifts and all the beauty that can come from this life experience. Be open to it, because it's ready to come in. Make your wish now. Set your heart, your mind on whatever it is that you want, because it wants you to, and it's coming for you within this life, and that's exciting. And I hope that whatever it is that you're wishing for, that it brings you so much happiness and, gratitude, and just a more optimistic outlook on life, and how things can certainly change, as the days change, as the seasons change. So keep going, doing what you're doing, and glamorize your life, and love yourself and others. And I wish you so much love and light. And you take care.